we need to rebuild trust in the international climate regime. And given the failures of delivery of climate finance promises under the UNFCCC, the Climate Vulnerable Forum has put forward the Glasgow Emergency Pact. And this outlines a delivery plan for the $100 billion, which is honestly about 0.04% of GDP of OECD countries over a 3-year period. So the gap is quite small in terms of overall GDP of OECD countries.
We know that back in 2009 there was a similar pledge, $100 billion, of course, for vulnerable nations, and it was a broken promise. We never actually ended up seeing that deal come to fruition. Are you not at all sceptical that the same might happen this time around?
Yeah, the pledge trajectories are not to the point where it's clear that the finance will be delivered. We may have a similar situation, but we can't walk away from Glasgow without clarity on the delivery of finance, because it reestablishes confidence in the implementation of the Paris Agreement. And without this, it's basically saying it's every country for themselves at this point.
Of course, the V20 represents a variety of economies, in fact, about 55 of them. When it comes to the finance and, of course, tackling climate change for vulnerable nations, what does the financing go towards specifically?
Yep. So the financing that's being requested for is to go towards adaptation and resilience. The failure to invest in adaptation has led to losses and damages. Just this week, the Vulnerable Group of 20 operationalized the Sustainable Insurance Facility, which supports climate-smart insurance across the V20 countries for micro, small, medium enterprises. There's also a new global public-private partnership on risk analytics between the V20 and the Insurance Development Forum, which means there can be an improvement to open access to data to improve risk understanding in order to point investment to where science and data points to where vulnerability exists.